Hey students, all right, so if your teacher assigns you an online quiz, I'm going to give you a quick overview of how to do it and a couple things that I've seen happen that are problems so far with online quizzes. All right, so here we're in my AP US History first hour class, all right? Remember, bulletin board, this is where teachers are going to post your announcements, your schedule, your objectives, your key concepts, all that stuff, okay? Topics pages is where you're going to find a lot of things from your teachers about what you're actually doing that week. All right, for my AP class, here's everything they need this week for studying imperialism. Now, you find your quizzes, all right, in the assignments tab. So you're probably going to find out about your quizzes on the bulletin board. There may be information like what you're learning for the quiz in the topics page. All right, now you're going to click on assignments. This is where you're going to find your quizzes, okay? So you can see my students have two quizzes coming up here. They have their imperialism quiz, and then they have best quiz ever. This is just a quick little sample quiz that I made. All right, so when you're going to take a quiz, you're going to go in and you're going to click on that quiz. All right, once you click on it, it's important that you go and you take all the questions and that you don't leave the tab that you're on. All right, so if you would go in here now, this is obviously going to look different because this is my teacher view. All right, this is what I would see. All right, but for the best quiz ever, if I would be a student and I would be going through and I'd be taking this quiz, if I leave the window that I'm on, if I go to a different tab, if I go to a different window, if I go to a different program on my computer, your quiz is over. It's locked. All right, and then your teacher would have to come in and would have to unlock your quiz so that way you could start it over again. All right, so once you start the quiz, take it. Most of your teachers, especially as you get the hang of this, are going to give you multiple tries to take the quiz. So don't worry so much the first quiz or two about, getting absolutely that 100%. Instead, learn how to use the technology, because for a lot of us, this is new, right? This is a learning curve for everybody, for your teachers and for you as the students. So once you start taking the quiz, stay there and take the quiz. Now you may be asking, why does it do that? That's dumb. That's stupid. Well, the system does that so that way it's trying to prevent cheating, right? So that way if you go into a quiz and you go into all of a sudden a different tab, or all of a sudden you start going somewhere else, well, it's going to lock you out so that way you're not looking up answers, okay? Obviously, you can have your notes out probably for these. Teachers know that. All right, but just don't go off the tab. All right, another problem that I've seen with students who are taking these quizzes is that they hit submit, but they don't wait for the submit to actually cycle through. So yesterday I had a few students who finished it, went through, pressed the submit button, but then when they did that, they went to another window right away, or they closed it out too quick, and then for the teacher, it says that quiz is paused. Right? So you think it's done, we think it's paused because you didn't allow the submit to happen. So give it a second, make sure that it actually submits, and you should see that on your end, that it's submitted, okay? So those are a couple of the big things that I see. So stay on your tab, so that way the quiz will finish. Don't go to a new tab, otherwise it's going to say incomplete. If that happens, message your teacher. You should probably do that in Microsoft Teams so we're not getting overwhelmed with emails. Teams is a lot faster. Okay, make sure that you hit submit and you actually let it go through. That's going to be helpful as well. Most teachers are setting the quizzes for multiple tries, so that way if your internet is a little weird or something happens, you can figure that out. But be resilient, be flexible, and try to figure it out on your own first. Don't just freak out when something goes wrong. Try to figure it out on your own, and then message your teacher and let them know that you need a little help with it. And then for teachers, we're able to help. We can see that it's paused, and if it's paused, then we can go in there and we can fix it for you. If you started it and then it gets marked incomplete, we can basically open it back up for you on an individual basis, okay? So when you're in here, right, and you start going through and you start taking these questions, make sure that you just do it all at once, okay? That's going to be super helpful for you to do. So when you go in and you hit begin and you get to those questions, go through, mark them all. You'll have a submit button. Hit it. Make sure that it cycles through. Okay? We're all figuring this out together. Your Dashers, I know you can do this. If you have any questions, talk to your teacher first. Teachers, if you have any questions, let me know. Here's a little basic overview of troubleshooting quizzes on MyDSHA. All right? And I think we're all supposed to say now, like at the end of emails and lectures, stay safe out there. Stay safe out there, Dashers. Be good to yourself. Get your work done. Set a schedule. Set a routine. Go Dashers. I would say like go Brewers, but we don't have baseball till May. Sad. See you later, guys.